Hello, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Fro Opinion, the podcast. I'm the Smiling Afro, and today I have with me my good friend Dinesh Ravichandran.
Hi guys.
What's up, bro?
What's up, man?
Thank you so much for coming down here today.
No worries.
In my bedroom, and in case you guys can hear any mahjong sounds, right? It's because my family is playing mahjong lah. So this is what you call ambience, An Asian household ambience, Singaporean household.
Just your typical, Chinese household in Singapore.
Exactly, not much happening in the Indian household, right? Not
pots
much
and pans, pots and pans.
What? Your mother angry or fighting?
Yeah. That's the typical thing, lah.
So talking about Indian household, bro. So today's topic, right? Something very sensitive, lah.
Oh.
Okay, and no, it's not your nipples, bro. Okay, it's not your tits, bro. It's not your tits, man.
I thought.
Okay, today, bro. Let's talk about race, bro. Okay, no, I'm not talking about a 100-meter butterfly swimming or some sprinting or some Olympic sport or anything to do with any vehicle racing, bro. I'm talking about.
Wasted. Okay, I leave now.
No, you want to talk about F1, is it? Today we're gonna talk about our skin color, bro. Something to do with skin color, the thing that really, defines us and basically separates us and make us, is how to spread us out and see different. I don't know what's the word for it. Like basically how to classify the different kind of humans, lah. Right? I mean, by the end we all still bleed red, lah. Right? Yeah. So we're talking about this today, and that's why I invited you. Because like you're one of my closest friends. And you happen to be Indian, lah. Just happen to be Indian. Just happen to be. Yeah. And you're both Singaporean. And for Singaporeans, right, this first half of the year, first 6 months, man, got many. I mean, so many things recorded. Because imagine there are many more occasions not recorded, like this, right? The big recorded online occasions. Okay, we have the Hwa Chong lady, or I think they call her Hwa Chong lady, right? The one that. She was in the MRT and then she was taking video of random people of not her race basically, right? She's Chinese right? And saying that these people they come disturb me when they minding their own business And then people found out she had a YouTube channel with like more videos of her going around random people and videoing them,
dating back many years.
Many years, right? And no one found that out. But her videos are basically of her videoing random people on the street, which are not Chinese, It's basically the Malays. I don't remember whether there's some Indian people.
Too sure, but I saw the Malay one.
Right, I saw the Malay one, and I remember one where she was in the mall and she zoomed into across the mall to a Malay guy walking and saying that guy come disturb me, and then like. Clearly, auntie, he was like walking by himself. You were just crazy, right? Yeah. So that's one, and then you have the Tan Boon Lee, of course, the famous case going up to that Indian guy, right? And who's actually mixed some more, okay, and telling him you cannot prey on Indian. You cannot prey on Chinese girls.
Yeah.
You're Indian, you cannot prey on Chinese girls, and saying things like you're racist if you don't stay with your own race. You're supposed to marry your own race. You cannot mix with the race. But you know what really hit me about that case more, bro, was that he said that many people feel that way.
Which
right.
I think
that kind of hit me because it's true. We all know it's true a bit lah. Like there are people out there like him, right? Which is scary, right?
Yeah.
And followed by of course the famous gong lady, the Indian guy was just like doing his prayer, and honestly, the bell wasn't very loud lah.
Yeah.
Okay, it was 5 minutes, and hello, we live in like a multiracial country. Not everyone's supposed to, and it's not very loud, but the way she came out with the gong, I mean, okay, I was trying to take a very neutral stance, say maybe they had a conversation, they argue, and she was doing that, but still though, it's very disrespectful.
Yeah.
No matter what angle I try to look at it, no, there's no way. It's very disrespectful to come and gong like that. She's crazy, like a crazy woman, So basically, as a Singaporean, right, I feel very upset when I see all this because, I can't imagine what it feels like to be like, discriminated and as and I was thinking about my fellow Singaporeans and friends like you, for example, bro, if when these things happen to people of like the minority races, right, it must feel like shit lah, and no one should be bullied or feel that way at all, especially in a country like Singapore, I feel. So I really wanted to also like invite you and ask like, so what are your thoughts, what are your feelings so far, first half of the year, seeing all these incidents as, an Indian guy or like, of the minority race in Singapore. How have you been feeling,
I mean, personally, if you ask me, I am, another incident, it's just another thing. I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not affected. It's just that it's gotten to the point where like, what am I supposed to feel? Am I supposed to feel anger? Am I supposed to feel sad? Am I
Right.
supposed to, it's gotten to the point. Every Indian kid empathizes with this. We have gone through, primary school being called nicknames.
Oh, those
Apu
days, bro.
Nene,
Yeah.
that black Indian kid. As long as we stand out from the majority, naturally you would get called something.
Yep,
And it's
yep.
usually a very unpleasant one, lah.
Yep.
A name or whatever.
Mm.
Primary school was relatively hell. Secondary school also the same thing. But I realize as you get older, the name calling gets lesser.
Right,
That's
right.
for
Okay,
sure.
okay.
But there is racism still inherent in people.
Right, right. Okay.
It's just very subtle. You need to be there to pick it up. You kind of need to sense it. I would say most of us are relatively, normal to one another, like civil to one another.
Yeah, yeah.
But there are those few, who are like
Still
a
the
bit,
hiding around or like just scattered around Singapore, lah, right?
yes, yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I understand. So what I got from that is like you're just like, as we're both 30 years old right now, and then you're just basically like, yeah lah, your feeling is like, oh yeah lah, it's been like that for a long time for you and since young, and then you're just like it's like you're not surprised lah.
Yeah,
So I
I
get
mean,
it,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just how I feel.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
necessarily. I do not
Of course,
speak for
yeah.
everyone.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
I'm pretty sure there are people who are a bit more vocal than me. There are people who obviously look at this as it's a huge crime. And feel however you want to feel, because that's you, right?
Yep.
That's you, right?
Yep, exactly.
But
Yep.
for me personally, if you're asking me, I just it's gotten to the point where I'm just okay. After NS, when I entered the workforce, I mean, it's just gotten to the point where like, okay, yeah, sure, casual racism is casual, lah.
Yeah,
It's found everywhere. You see, until the point where you just grow a bit numb to it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I mean, which I personally feel is sad lah. That for anyone to actually just to feel that way lah. Like yeah lor, it's like that lor because it's been always like that, and I just live with it lah. Which is never what we should tell anybody, right?
Yeah,
Anybody who's
yeah.
in minority of anything, or just live with it. You
Mm-hmm.
should, I think the majority should be also like, hey, why do you feel this? Why are we the cause of that, right? Yeah. So I mean, like, how about yourself, bro? Like, growing up, like, because these are like isolated different cases, right?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you as personally,
As a person.
did you have any experiences growing up? Or I'm sure you did, like, but what experiences do you mind sharing, like that you felt like discriminated, or basically because you're Indian,
So yeah, I think there are like many incidences that happened in my life, but I think that there was one that was very, very particular to me,
Yeah.
which was so I told this story to a couple of people before, where I
Is
was
this the lift story?
yeah,
Oh, I remember this.
yeah.
Oh,
So
bro, fuck, man.
I was waiting for a lift.
Okay.
With so it's the lift lobby, right?
Yes.
So everyone's waiting down there.
HDB there lah,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah.
it was, I think I just finished school or something.
Mm.
I was waiting for the lift. There was one other Chinese lady with me lah.
Mm.
So I was like, okay, cool. It's one of those things where you don't think about it. You just want to get into the lift. You just want to go back home. You want to shower. You want to sleep, right?
Yeah.
You don't think about things like this. You see.
Yeah.
I don't know why the lady
Yeah.
was like, oh, you're going to go inside the lift, then I don't want to go inside the lift. It was one of those incidences, Then I was
Yeah.
like, thinking to myself, like, oh, okay, lor, then I go inside the lift, lor. I mean, I got the whole lift to myself, lah. I mean, but at that point in time, it struck me. I was like, I can't believe there are people who are still like this, like afraid to get into a lift just because I look different. What happens if I was Ang Mo? Okay,
Right.
would she get into a lift with an Ang Mo guy?
Right,
Would she feel
right.
any safer?
Right. Yeah.
There's no guarantee to that, you see. So that particular incident kind of stuck around with me. I was like, okay, so what? I can't be alone with, like, I make women insecure. I make women uncomfortable. Like, when I'm with them in a tight environment, an enclosed environment, that kind of like bugged me for a very long time.
Sorry to hear that, man.
It was something that I asked my friends about it. It got to the point where I asked my friends about it, like, hey, is this? Do you all feel uncomfortable being around me? Like,
Wow.
I mean,
oh man.
and this happened when I was young. So when you're young, you're very impressionable.
Yeah,
So you really start to question a lot of things, and this was one of the questions that was running through my head, lah. Yeah.
Wow,
So
I mean, going back to that point about the lady, you know, I think. So for context, guys, for those of you who can't see this, so my good friend here, he's blessed with height. He's a very tall guy, tall Indian guy. Yeah. So I'm just trying to paint a picture here of you. You know, you're young, you're a student, you're coming to
Yeah.
the lift. So this lady, see, you're going home, right? So this lady stays in your block, but in her mind is okay, great. I'm going home. This guy is gonna go home, but he's gonna take a lift and looking at him like, oh, maybe this guy's gonna rob me. I better not go to the lift.
yeah.
But I'm thinking, well, auntie, he stays in your block. Anything also you.
Yeah.
What if it's a Ang Moh guy? So you just smart.
Yeah.
But hey,
precisely,
I'm sorry, thieves
precisely.
don't only come in Indian form, in case anyone's wondering.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, thieves come in all shapes, sizes, and colors.
You
by
watch
the way.
Crime Watch. You watch
Yeah,
Crime Watch.
hey.
Not every episode Indian guy.
Yeah. It just as so happens sometimes there's maybe, you see Indians robbing, yes,
Yeah.
but doesn't mean. Honestly, even if I will go to next day, lady, if you want to be afraid, you be afraid every guy.
Yeah.
Don't just be afraid of one guy who happen to be Indian and keep asking.
Yeah, you know.
Walao. Sorry that you've had to feel that way, bro. I can imagine how it affected you, and that's why you ask people, hey, am I intimidating or do you know?
Yeah.
Because it sucks to feel that way. No one wants to feel that way, right?
Yeah.
Wow, okay, but you don't feel that way now, right?
No
I mean,
lah.
okay, thank God. Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, no lah, because
We are cool,
sucks lah,
man.
bro. It really sucks, man. It sucks. And
Yeah.
is any other experiences you had, like like
okay,
even
so,
minor, whatever.
I mean, I think for most of my schooling days,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
pretty much it lah. I think
Okay, the
like
major-
the typical name calling, whatever. It's
Okay,
those things where like
the
in and out of your
Indian,
head.
the typical primary school Indian jokes lah.
Yeah, like when you take a shit, are you melting? Like it's
Right, primary school jokes.
Primary school jokes.
Really, really. If
you
you say it now at this age, you're above 20 something, guys, is fucking embarrassing. Anyone who says such stupid jokes now, it's fucking embarrassing.
Yeah,
Like
it is,
no,
it is.
even jokes grew up. By the way, guys.
Yeah. So
Right.
I think the biggest one was when you go to NS lah.
Okay.
NS is like
Ouch.
yeah, once you enter camp, it's like anyone can say anything kind of nonsense, you see. So
Yeah.
you have, but the thing is that the racism there it was very inherent, to that organization, you see.
Yeah.
It's like people will just say it as it is, oh, hey, this Indian guy like that Indian guy like that, blah blah blah. Oh, Indian people have a smell. When they sweat, they have this like, hey, bro, when you sweat, got the curry smell, got the curry smell. I'm like, hey, bro, everyone got some unique sweat smell, It doesn't matter
Yeah.
whether we eat curry or don't eat curry,
Yeah. You don't go to every Chinese guy and say, hey, you got chap chai peng smell, is it?
Yeah, precisely.
You smell like mala, is it, every day? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on, right?
Yeah, and okay, I totally get it when some people they try to make jokes as a form of like,
Yeah.
oh, I want to try and get to know you, I want to try and break the ice, I'm not too sure how, but I don't think racism should be the first way.
Okay.
You
I
want to
got it,
make
I
fun
got
of
it.
someone as a form of breaking the ice or alleviating the mood or whatever. Make a joke about something else.
I understand.
Yes,
Yes,
there are 1,001 things out there you can make fun of. Do that. Don't poke fun at like someone's skin color. I maybe it's a Singaporean thing. I do not know. To be honest, when I went out to bed, I never once said like, hey, Chinese fella, hey, you eat chap chai peng today. I never once. I mean, it sounds so weird, right? Like you don't go up to like.
So first thing you want to get to know somebody. Okay, oh shit, I need to break the ice. Oh, let me talk about skin color.
Yeah.
Hey bro, you brown
Yeah,
why It's like,
Like some people they come out to me like, hey bro, so how you eat the prata already? And I was like, why must it be prata, bro? Why everything must be prata?
yeah, because
you get that, right? Like you got hear some
I can
people
imagine
like,
how angry you are, bro. Is that listen, I eat a lot of things also. No?
yeah,
I love bak chor mee, okay?
to be honest, yeah, that's why. Some people they come out to me like, hey bro, you eat breakfast, right? Why you eat prata? I was like,
Yeah, it's
why,
like-
why must my breakfast be prata? Why cannot
Yeah.
be cornflakes? Why
Yeah,
cannot
yeah,
be like
yeah.
something else?
Not every Chinese guy eat like chi kueh for breakfast. Right?
Yeah,
yeah, right.
Hey, but I do like chicken.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
I
But
do
he
like-
said exactly. So you can eat chicken. Why cannot guys say, hey, Dinesh, today eat chicken?
Yeah. So
yeah.
I mean, okay, so NS was a huge thing. I mean, there's
Right.
no specific incident,
Yeah.
but I can just tell you that the 2 years, I mean, it's a very polarized experience. lah.
Okay, okay.
There were those moments where you really feel like shit. You someone said something, whether be it your superiors or someone of the same rank, they said something in passing, they might have either said it consciously, unconsciously.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like, okay, it just came out, and
Yeah.
then everyone in the room kind of laughs, and then you are like down there like, ha ha ha, oh okay lor, I just laugh lor. You know,
Like,
especially when the
like,
captain makes the joke.
Yeah, you suck it up lah.
Yeah, you know when
Which
someone
fuck man, yeah.
yeah, you know when someone of a higher rank makes that joke, you know,
Yeah,
like,
wow, you're really in a shit position,
Yeah.
bro. You're
So
like,
then-
okay.
all my friends all start laughing, then I down there like ha ha ha, oh laugh lor, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
You know, but
Yeah,
you
yeah.
you know internally you do not want to laugh at this because why are you laughing about?
Because it's not really funny to you.
Yeah, it's
lah.
not really funny.
Actually, it's not really funny. And
Yeah.
to me, it's this lah. When for jokes lah, I feel, you know, as for me, I like to tell jokes also lah.
Yeah.
But to me, if the victim that I'm joking doesn't find it funny, then actually it's not funny lah.
Yeah, it is not.
You know, and that's why I mentioned, guys, you know, making certain kind of like, you know, Indian jokes, right? I mean, we all as bros lah. We be honest here, like, you know, we do make jokes about each other's race sometimes, but as bros, you know, as
Yeah.
friends, right?
Yeah,
But it's
yeah.
like because we know each other and we give a shit about each other and
Yeah.
we know the line to draw. It's just friends, you know. But like, if someone else is not a friend or not close
Yeah.
enough, come out, it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
And I've witnessed that sometimes when we hang out, bro, over the years, right? Some people don't know you well, saying certain things to you. I'm like, the fuck, man? You know, you know your place lah. What
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fuck? You know, not say you're his bro and you hang out, you stand, you would die for each other kind of thing, right? You say sort of stupid things.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I want to say lah is I feel like, yes, you know, when all these situations appear, you know, where people are racist and caught on camera and everything, yes, I feel definitely consequences, you know, must be dealt upon them.
Yep.
Right? Definitely, because we live in a multiracial society and
Yep.
the government from day one has really said we have to live in harmony because it's, I mean, and yes, the government has done a lot, you know, including like, you know, the quota in the HDB, making sure schools also quota, no such thing as full only, or even they make sure no neighborhood is only just one race so that they won't create this like, you know, disharmony lah, you know,
Yeah.
oh my area, your area, you know, you go Little India, it's a fair share of everybody, you go Chinatown, fair share of everybody, there's no such thing as one place, only one race. Okay, but I think now in the modern society, there's still more to be done. You know, I think racial harmony is a daily battle. It's not a once a year thing in school. Which honestly, racial harmony in school also, bro. You know what did we do? We just dress you dress in your costume, I dress my costume.
That's
Maybe we interchange our costume.
Yeah.
We hang whole hands sing kumbaya. Okay, great racial harmony.
That's it.
But they never really educate, right? I don't remember from young saying that, all right, guys, racial harmony day or throughout the year, racial harmony. Let's study the Chinese people. What is Chinese culture and why?
Yeah.
What is Indian culture and why? What is Taipusam? What is this? Hari Raya Puasa. They will say the very basic lah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's when they do this. But why? I think if we share more about why we do these things, then we understand. Like no one has really explained properly why some Indian people have red dots, some people don't have, some people don't.
correct.
You know, it's just very simple. Oh, racial harmony, guys. We all different here. We must love each other and care and harmonious. Okay, done. Okay, come move on now. Let's go study. You know.
Yep.
Yeah, so even like all these consequences, like Tan Boon Lee, you know, he got the final verdict is that he's going to be fired from Ngee Ann Poly.
Yep.
Yeah, then people are cheering, but my question is, I thought to myself, then what's next? It's
Yeah.
like, okay, Tan Boon Lee, great, justice has been served, but what next? What's next? Yeah.
I mean, to me, let's just say, like you mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
you know, casual racism.
Yeah.
Okay, so some people are very divided about this. You know, casual racism should be eliminated entirely, or you know, casual racism is here. To me personally, I think casual racism, as long there are more than one race in Singapore, there will be casual racism to some extent, lah.
Yep.
I think what we need to do is just define it. You know, try to contain it in some way. So, like what you mentioned, like I know you know me for like how many years already. You know, we pass each other casual racist
Yep.
comments.
Yep.
I think that is tolerable.
Yep.
You know, I say something about you, you say something about me.
Yeah.
You know, we go out.
But it's
drinking.
within you and me.
Yeah, it's within
You know,
us.
okay,
You know,
yeah.
there's a sense of familiarity because
Yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of the day,
Yeah.
when I go back home,
Yeah.
you go back home.
Yeah.
We know that he didn't mean it lah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
we know. Okay, and in some weird way, it kind of fosters this relationship. You see.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah,
And we get closer somehow, lah.
we
You
get
know.
closer somehow, you know, and the best part is, you know or not, the funny thing is, through this somehow we get to know each other a little bit better,
Yeah.
you know.
Actually, you
But-
put it that way now, but I think of it, it's like it's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
the thing is, you can't just go up to any Tom, Dick and Harry and
Yeah. Exactly. And do the same lah.
and do the same. Yeah, you won't get the same response. Definitely. You know,
Exactly.
you need to suss the guy out. You know, you need to suss the person out. You know, is he one of those guys that's, you know, a joker? You know,
Yeah.
can tahan or not?
Yeah.
Can tahan
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
joke or not?
Yeah. Yeah.
If he's able to dish out jokes, I'm sure he's able to take a few jokes also lah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
but
yeah.
if you're not like, hey, I cannot lah.
Yeah.
I don't do this racial
Yeah,
joke kind of
yeah.
thing. You know,
Then
then
stop.
that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fine. If the guy you're approaching is that kind of guy, then sure, fine, so be it. You know, but also going on to address your point about canceling people, I think that itself is a problem, right? You don't outrightly cancel someone, you know. Like if someone were to come up to you and say something like casually, like a racist remark, like it's a small thing. You don't outrightly, hey, you say something wrong to me, hey, I don't want to friend you. Like, I mean, maybe that's his way of approaching people, you know.
Right,
Maybe that's his
right,
way of
right.
like joking, you know, trying to alleviate the mood. Who knows? Okay, we firstly cannot, like, as minorities, we cannot like straight away jump to conclusions like every guy who says a racist remark is you know, out to get us.
Right, because some people are just ignorant, or
Yeah,
they
some
just
people-
no education about it.
Yeah.
Like no thoughts. They don't know what the hell they are saying.
And I want to say that some people, they might be it's a consequence of like their upbringing.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
their
yeah,
parents, maybe they
yeah.
say from young, hey, don't trust Indian people. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
Yeah.
You know, and it gets ingrained in them, you see. And then maybe after a while, when he gets older, when he starts working in an environment with a bit more of the minority population,
Yeah,
you know, when
yeah.
he works in the IT sector or whatever,
Yeah.
starts mingling around them. How is he going to break the ice? You know,
Yeah,
how,
yeah,
what,
yeah, yeah.
you know, maybe his reaction is just to tell a joke, lah, you know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
or say something, you know. It's fine. If you have the I think you can suss out the intention, lah.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't think we should immediately cancel people, you know. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we should, you know, see how it goes. But I think for that Tan Moon Lee fella,
Yeah.
I think you can tell, lah, that guy
Yeah.
really got some issues.
Yeah,
lah.
yeah. Which
You
is
know?
based on the point, like, you know, for what I feel lah. This is what I feel lah. Cancelling doesn't really change anything, does it? So
Nah.
for example, okay, so we cancel Tan Moon Lee. Did we win anything on anti-racism?
Nah,
right?
nothing.
It's just him go home. Yeah, maybe he's a changed man. Maybe now he will like, okay, I'm not gonna be racist anymore. Maybe, guys, maybe. Or maybe he's now like, I'm not gonna be racist because this happened.
Yep.
Not because like, he actually doesn't want to be racist.
Yep.
And now how about the other people who are like him? There are many people like him around, but they are not as stupid as him to voice out lah. Sorry, Mr. Tan, you was a bit stupid lah, right?
Yeah.
To voice out. And now they are what is it to see everything is happening? Do they say, oh, okay, oh, see these people like to react like that, I'm just not gonna say it out, but I'm still gonna keep my racism in me.
Yep.
Right. So my question is this, you know, can society or should we as a society do more and do better to like,
I definitely.
you know, like, hey, we should go and understand why these people feel this way and what we can do to go on a journey to change their minds, to say, hey, make them understand why
Definitely.
you shouldn't say this about Indian people, or why you shouldn't feel this way, why you should accept. You know, like, you know, I think there should be conversations with Tan Moon Lee and say, hey, why do you feel this way?
Yeah.
I don't think anyone has really asked him yet. We should ask him why and understand. Is it your upbringing?
Yeah.
Is it something happened to you in your backstory,
Yeah.
or why?
Yeah.
And then from there we can put a root. Okay, these are the reasons. So let's try to make steps to, you know, maybe solve these issues together.
Yeah.
Because it's ultimately, as a society, we should do that together, right?
Yeah.
You know, work together. Great, yes, the fire will happen. The flames were hard. You
Yeah.
know, the smoke was there. He caused an uproar. I was angry too. Okay, but now, all right, done. Justice served. But what's next to move forward? So that's what I feel like. You know, what do you think?
I totally agree. I mean, I feel, you know, there should be avenues lah.
Yeah.
You know, there should be platforms that if you're not too sure, you know, I'm pretty sure, right? You go up to any Indian guy.
Yeah.
You know, if you genuinely want to know
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
like, hey, bro, why your culture got so many different gods?
Yeah.
Even that question, to be honest, it's normal. It's perfectly normal. You know, how else do you want to phrase that question, right? You know,
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
have the intention to really genuinely find out more, then you would naturally do it. But if your first like instinct, you know, or whatever is to straight away, hey, look, you know, I want to make fun of Indian people like from start to finish, you know, I don't really care about them. That kind of thing. Then there's something really wrong with you, lah.
Yeah. It's,
You know. But
It's your
I think now with social media,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
with Instagram, Facebook, I
Yeah.
think these are great platforms to
To
start,
learn more, right? Yeah, to discover lah.
to discover, to
Yeah,
start more. I mean, now we have the internet, for goodness sake. Like, you know, you're not sure, just Google why do Indian people have red dots on their
yeah,
foreheads.
yeah.
If you are too scared to even ask, you know, you just Google it, you know, and then you might find out more. And if you want, that can be a conversation starter by itself.
Right.
You know, like, hey, bro, you know, I just found out that Indian people put the red color thing is because to signify this and that.
Mm.
Yeah, like the Indian guy might, will say, hey, yeah, bro, actually you're right, dude. Like, hey, how come, what led you to find this out, you know? Then, you see, that kind of sparks a productive conversation as compared to like, hey, bro, hey, infrared. I mean, come on lah. Like,
I haven't heard that in a while, bro, but yeah.
Yeah, dude, I've gotten this shit so many times, dude.
Sniper, last time, sniper, hey, sniper shooting at you.
I mean, I think the first step to is as minorities, we should be open-minded.
Yeah.
We should be approachable. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if you are a majority, I think the best you can do is just be equally, like open to finding out more. Like if you're interested, why do Indian people eat with their hands, or simple things like
a
this.
lot of cultural questions actually for people that don't know.
So you shouldn't cancel a person out just because he asks a question related to race. Even if, let's say, that whole thing becomes a very race, like, it becomes very ugly. Even then also, as much as internally, I really want to like cancel that fella out. But I think the most human thing to do, like people keep saying, hey, we are all one race, we are the human race, right? I think the most human thing to do is, to look at that person and try to educate him, try to reason with him.
Fair enough.
If he is really past the reasoning point, right, then okay lah. Then the best you can do, just walk away.
Exactly. So I guess to wrap things up, thanks Dinesh.
No worries, man.
I guess we kind of agree on that, conversation is the way forward. Not talking about it will not solve it, lah.
Yeah.
Enough. I think it's time to think about saying like, hey, don't say anything. You don't say anything, then everything, nothing, don't rock the boat. But the boat has already been rocked, and it's rocking slowly.
Yeah.
Definitely, with all these small incidents, but it's still rocking. I think people are racist also in a sense when they do not understand.
Yeah.
Right. So knowledge is power, guys. Right. Hey, thanks, bro. Thanks a lot for sharing your thoughts, man.
No worries, man.
It's been insightful, man, and even what we discussed, we're gonna talk about. You said way more, so this is like it's great, man. It's so insightful, bro.
Yeah.
So thank you guys for listening to another episode of Fropinion, the podcast. Today we talked about race in Singapore, racism in Singapore.
Yeah,
and,
F1 race. This year kena cancel. Hey, hello.
That's true. Cancel racism. We're trying to cancel racism, like F1 being cancelled.
Yeah,
right?
that's why they cancel F1.
Yeah. And I'd like to thank again Dinesh Ravichandran, my bro, for joining us.
Yeah, no worries, man. No worries.
And thanks for listening, guys. Do like, share, subscribe wherever you're listening or watching this, be it Spotify, YouTube, or snippets on Facebook and Instagram, and to keep updated for more future episodes. And this has been the Smiling Afro. Catch you guys soon. Out.
Bye.
Smiling Afro.